them little major words that white people use? Anomaly or something like that. What is anomaly?
Anomaly?
Anomaly? Is that mean like it's
That
fake?
means, I mean, no.
That means that.
What does that mean?
It means it's like an outlier. It happens like it's rare.
Every while, very
Yeah,
rare.
hot girl summer is rare.
Okay, whatever you say.
So I said what I said.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
It's cool though.
I'm about to be
All right.
having a good time.
Welcome back to the Rising Podcast. I'm Xavier. You're joined here with Kabria and Cayman.
Now he trying to he just trying to ruin hot girl
What it
summer
is,
for people.
I'm just saying.
Oops.
I'm just saying.
Cayman don't fuck with Hot Girl Summer.
Right.
I'm just
secretly.
saying it's not something that's y'all try to act like y'all just I'm a savage. Classic groupie, whatever you say. But
Ratchet.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
y'all with y'all
What's
significant others.
What's-
But exactly. What's up? What's going on?
Let's speak on that.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
How are we doing? I'm doing real good. Had a snack, so feeling real
Okay.
good.
How was work today?
You want to take this one?
I didn't even go to work today.
Oh, you didn't
I just
go
had
to work?
I had school today.
Oh wow, must be nice. I wish.
I would rather have went to work.
Oh shit, I forgot you don't like doing your homework.
The thing is, it's like these real jobs is like killing me right now. Like I don't want a real job. Like I
Yeah.
can't do it. But you
Shit
got.
it's real.
It's all about
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
elevation. Like talking to my mom, and I wanted to get a luxury car, and she was like, you know what, just set yourself right here now, and then you will elevate.
Ain't that what I said? When you originally asked, that's literally what I said, and you said no.
I like nice things.
He had
Yeah.
to talk to his mom first.
Just because I
need to
like-
stunt.
I need no. Well,
Saying
yeah,
like
but
that.
the thing is, I like nice things, but there's a. I don't even know where I was going with this, but
He wanted to
I'm
listen
saying
to his
is-
I didn't know
advice.
either.
No.
I was like,
I'm just saying I
What?
hate work. Like,
Yeah.
who likes work?
but you got to build yourself to a place where you can work for yourself. That's
Facts.
what I feel like I need to do. But
Yeah.
And,
we're at this point right now.
Mhm.
One day I'm gonna get to that point. Then I'll be there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Aspirations. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I sure do miss the peaceful days of being a lifeguard and just chilling, eating ice cream sandwiches, saving lives. You feel
Going to
me?
Eli's
But-
house after playing
Yeah.
2K all night, like having
Clutch
no
days.
responsibility.
Uh-huh.
Did
Now
you
niggas
even
got
save
bills.
anyone's life in your
Yeah,
life?
I got 2 bodies.
Double homicide.
Well, yeah, I got 2 saves. Yeah, and then but yeah, now it's I got my
Wait.
well before I drop into that. Actually, I'll start with this first.
Okay, go ahead.
I had just took off.
Just-
I was sick last week, so I wasn't in work on Thursday and Friday because I had just got my second dose of my vaccine, so I was going through it a little bit. So I was out of work. Came back on Tuesday. I got in at 9 a.m. I was literally responding to emails until 2:30. I ain't never
What?
missing another motherfucking day, bro.
That's how I feel too.
It was
Sometimes they be
ridiculous.
like, "Oh, work can wait, and then you get there, it's like that shit waited for me as soon as I stepped in the fucking
Real.
door.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, honestly.
It was waiting for me to walk back in that door. Like, where you
like
at?
nobody else is gonna help me out. I'm like, all right, cool.
I
I'll
took
just.
a week vacation. They were talking about writing me up because stuff wasn't getting done. I was like, I wasn't even here. Like, why are y'all trying to write me up? Y'all don't get with these niggas that
That's what happens when you big manager, boy.
I was just about to say.
shoot.
How's your vacation though? Worth it?
That shit was so peaceful, San Diego, had a little birthday bash here, but that San Diego trip was like,
I don't think that classifies as a trip, but
what?
Damn, not you just.
Damn, how you just go and shoot my
well,
dreams
did.
down?
just because
He's like,
that nigga went for literally 7 hours.
No,
He
I didn't. I went
didn't
for 2 days.
Oh no! Wait, I thought y'all really just drove up there, got a taco, and came home.
Oh, no.
But that's what.
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind, that's a
that
trip.
We stayed a day,
That's a trip.
We should have stayed longer. But
Yeah, because if you
My
originally
girl
told
couldn't get out
me
work.
they was just driving up there for a taco and coming back, I'm like,
that was
no, you ain't going
that
to
was
San Diego for a taco.
that was
A taco
the
from where though? That's the
tacos
question.
El Gordo.
Oh, okay.
He tasted
was
that
so
meat. You
quick.
tasted that meat. That meat was fucking
Yeah, it was
seasoned as shit.
He brought me
Okay.
back.
Wait, look, hold
He
on.
said it fell out the taco, but I
Uh-huh.
saved it for you, bro.
But look,
Okay.
they seasoned that meat like so good. But the original plan was to go to San Diego just to get a taco, but we were gonna stay out there. We're not just gonna, go to San Diego just for a taco.
Okay, I love
But
San Diego.
I'm going to
gonna put that
San
in my
Diego
notes.
to get a taco.
San Diego's so beautiful.
I know,
So
I've never
beautiful.
been.
So
You've
beautiful.
never been? That was
Uh-uh.
my first trip when we came out here, and ever since I was like, I want to live out there, but they're racist as fuck.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, hell
Where-
yeah, they're racist.
where aren't they?
But what's this supposed to? What is it called?
Where aren't they racist? Tacos El Gordo.
Tacos. Look, I have a list of things I should try based on conversations with people.
Yeah, it's bomb. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I really do fuck with San Diego. I've been thinking about like a little nice vacation because Memorial Day is coming up and we're off. They were off on that Monday. But anyway, yeah,
I don't even
that sounds
fucking
like
work
cool.
Mondays.
Huh?
I don't even work Mondays.
Damn, must be nice. I wish I could work from home one of these days.
I'll probably get it off for school then, because I have school Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Xavier, go ahead and be the moderator and get us to our topic.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just, sometimes you just gotta chill and vibe. So yeah, shoot.
Oh yeah, your shot.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, did y'all hear that? The first person I think I saw posted was either CNN or the Washington Post.
Okay.
And they were like, if CDC says everybody who's fully vaccinated no longer has to wear their mask, and I saw that and I was like, I don't know about that, man. That sounds kind of weird.
What the anti-maskers
like,
are
I think it was
waiting
earlier
for.
today or yesterday, I saw Joe Biden. He had posted it on his Instagram saying that everybody who's fully vaccinated, they don't have to wear their mask unless in like large venues and stuff.
Which makes sense.
And yeah, makes.
To some
I don't know.
extent.
I don't know, because it's throwing me off because we just got out of the point where they were saying the vaccine doesn't stop you from contracting the virus. It just mitigates the effects once you've already contracted it. So now what is it? So it's just
too much information
and even
given
if
out.
it is true, I'm not knocking it. It's just too soon for me to be like, I'm completely taking my mask off and walking out there like free. What's up? So I just gotta wait it out a little bit longer. But that second dose ain't nothing to play with. But play with it.
Damn.
Take that
You
part
should play with it. I don't know.
It was tough, but sometimes you just
keeping that
gotta.
in.
You get a tattoo. That shit don't feel fun all the time. You still did it.
I love tattoos, but no, when I got my first shot, that shit hurt way more than I thought. Like my arm was out of commission for a minute, but I mean, I was still at work, so I was massaging it, moving it. But yeah,
Wait till you get to that second one.
yeah, that second one, I'm
whew.
going home, and they gonna give it to me on the Thursday. I can feel it. Like I would hate to have to call off for work, but
At least you
I
get,
might have to do it.
you get the day off. Hey, if you're not feeling well,
Yeah.
we're not doing something just because because you're not feeling well. That's why
Right,
you're-
that's
why you're on it,
right.
you know?
Right, sick leave. But then
Exactly.
they get mad when you use it. You be like, "What the fuck is it there for?" Then, what the fuck is
So,
it there for?
because it look good. It's good to make you want to take the drive. Like, ooh, I get sick leave. Ooh, but then you use it, and it's like,
You're getting sick a lot.
you gonna get the vaccine?
Oh, yeah.
I know you were talking about that Johnson.
Oh
No, I'm not gonna get the vaccine.
Wait.
And then they brought this Johnson back. Just so y'all know, it was 6 out
Yeah.
of 7 million people that got the blood clots or whatever happened. So they just put the little disclaimer on there, like motherfuckers are crazy.
He
I'm not
might
even
get a
gonna lie.
blood clot.
Might get
and
blood clots.
He might die. But
But we're gonna put this back, so the American
Yeah.
people can just have it. Who
It's
cares?
profitable.
Yeah, but
shit. They
I'm-
already said we could use it. Emergency use.
I decided not to get the vaccine. I feel like if I contract COVID, I can bounce back. If I don't, I die. Then I die. It's just that
Fuck
simple.
it, it's your choice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, you get vaccinated for other stuff too, though. So
That's-
What
yeah.
do I get vaccinated for?
Well, I mean,
When you're a kid, you have to get vaccinated.
you have to get vaccinated to go to school.
Yeah, you have to.
You know how the Bible says, when I was a child, I did childish things. When I became an adult, I didn't. So
No, I don't, because I didn't.
When I was a child,
how the fuck
and
is
I-
getting a vaccine childish? Is that the
No,
connection?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm
I'm
like,
saying
where's
when
the
I was a
connection?
child, I did certain things, or you had to do certain things. As an adult, as I learned more, No,
That
honestly.
sounds like what I'm saying.
No. I'm not saying that's a childish thing. I'm just saying. When I was a child, I had to do certain things. You know how when your mama tell you this is how it's gonna
Oh,
go?
so you're saying as an adult, you
As
can
an
choose
adult,
the-
your
choose,
mama,
that's
like,
it.
I just had this conversation with my mama. She can't tell me what to do now.
Ooh, now, no,
But-
for real.
But she
now,
can suggest.
Yeah,
like,
that's a real conversation.
Exactly. But when you were a
Black
child,
moms-
when you was 12, like, no, this is how it's gonna go. I don't care. So
Yeah.
I don't take no vaccines for nothing.
Oh, well then shit. If you,
You
never
know,
take vaccines,
So
then okay.
what's the beef with vaccines then? What's making you think that's a childish?
I'm not
thing?
saying
No,
it's
that's why I
childish.
put air quotes on it, nigga. I'm just saying.
Trigger. He did.
What is your beef with vaccines then? What's the problem?
I don't need them.
Okay.
Why?
He don't need them.
What do I need them for?
He probably-
In
When have I
case-
ever been? In case what?
in
What do I
case
need
you-
the flu shot for?
In case you
Have
get
you
the
been
flu. The flu kills a lot of people.
The flu won't kill me.
You never know how.
I'd rather have them not inject me with the
The
with
flu
the
won't.
fucking
With the flu?
Yeah, with the flu in order to
You rather catch
Get
a
immune.
strong version?
I've had the flu before. What do? Do my little fucking teas, do my little shit, get my shit back. I have a different immune system. Like, I'm a real black African man, you know? Like, my immune system is different than y'all niggas.
All right, Umar.
I don't know how.
You just got a new one with Breakfast Club up there?
Yeah, I saw that one. I don't know how y'all should be, how y'all body. Now
My
body has like, I've been eating too much fast food and shit, so my body has been breaking down. But usually my shit would be, no, I'm saying my body is a fucking temple.
I mean,
But you just said you eat hella fast.
I got iron stomach and everything. I'm telling y'all.
I don't know. Science has just always been my shit. So I've always just trusted science, and I trust the logic behind the numbers.
I don't
and
trust the white science. I'm sorry.
It's not all just white niggas in lab coats.
Mostly.
Actually, I don't.
I'm
feel
thinking about it like.
Actually, I feel like it's. I don't even. I feel like it's not mostly.
I just feel like
I'm just thinking all the science shit
field.
that I learned it's not mostly white people in the science. I mean, medical field.
That's what I think.
How many black doctors have
I
you
didn't say
had?
black. I just said not white.
If y'all want to talk specifically about this vaccine, I just feel like shit just rolled out too fast for me. So I'll just like
it was emergency.
Exactly, and I feel like if you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. Like that's your prerogative.
But I
that's
feel
my
like
prerogative.
people,
you don't have to take. It's not something. You're stupid if you don't take it. You're stupid if you do take it. Like it is what it is.
That's what they be doing.
That's
It's
what.
just a debate.
That's the thing.
Personal
Like
preference.
whoever, people should be able to do whatever they want.
Yeah, that was. I apologize, audience.
Yeah, look to our black followers.
Western.
I didn't say it was black.
Western medicine is white people medicine. Western medicine.
Oh
When they
yeah,
say
for
Western
sure.
medicine.
Yeah, but what you're saying about it, I feel like when people say for the
Shout to
vaccine about how it
recovery.
usually takes like years and years to develop the vaccine, and then this one just was developed so quick in record time, I feel like they don't also just talk about how the reason why vaccines take a long time in some cases is because it's real political sometimes, and there's a lot of different barriers that you have to go through. You got to get stuff approved, but for the vaccine, because it was a national thing, all those barriers were removed, and they had a lot of people working together just to speed up the process.
So you don't
That's
think?
what I would
So you
say,
don't think?
too.
You don't think this was political at all?
Everything's fucking political,
think it
bro.
was
Even
political.
we said it, the George Floyd thing was political, but
Hell yeah, that shit was
you
political.
gotta, my fault. You just
No,
gotta
yeah.
look at where you live at. Everything's political,
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not knocking it, saying like the vaccine came too fast, and that didn't kind of like make me uneasy at first. But you also gotta look at the whole picture.
Right.
Why did it come so fast? It didn't just come fast for no reason. It came fast because it was fucking needed, because
And
niggas
then
was
they
getting
had the
fucking dropped off because
resources.
Trump wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
But but tell me this: why do you think personally I need the vaccine?
Personally, I don't give a fuck what you do.
That's what
I was just
about to say.
I was just asking.
like,
What did I just asking why?
Personally, why did you
Because you were
need
saying, because personally, I don't want to leave it up to chance of. First of all, my girlfriend's a nurse, so I'm automatically just a little bit more susceptible to contracting the virus.
Right.
But overall, when I was first starting to hear about people contracting corona and they were talking about it feels like they're fucking drowning and shit, that shit don't sound fun. So I'm like, if I can get a vaccine whose
that type
whose
of
job
drowning, not
the
fun.
vaccine
in the system.
well,
Symptoms.
yeah. Well, from what I understand of the vaccine, the purpose of the vaccine wasn't to cure corona. It wasn't to stop you from getting corona. It was just to lessen the effects of the symptoms that you have once you already get it. That was good enough for me. I was like, all right, so I'm not gonna feel like I'm drowning as much, because at least I can control when I'm gonna get the vaccine. I can wait a little bit longer till more studies come out or whatnot. But there's really, with mask requirements being lifted in some places, the likelihood of getting it, because we're getting more lenient with it and different strands coming out, there's just more possibilities and more chances. And I was just personally, that wasn't a chance I was willing to take.
Dang, yeah.
I feel like with this whole pandemic, this whole COVID crisis, there's been like a lot of misinformation and motherfuckers just not knowing what they're talking about. Honestly, from doctors to regular people in the street to the president of the United States to motherfuckers in everywhere. Yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff with COVID that I still think motherfuckers still don't know about.
Yeah, because they're learning
They're
more
still
and
learning.
more about it.
And I don't know where I was going with that point. Just the misinformation is just something that I'm just like, hold on, let me just make sure. Cause, and then they're talking about the strands. There's different strands that motherfuckers, the vaccine don't take account of and all that shit. Like,
It's just like the
bruh.
flu vaccine.
Yeah.
You just have to get it every year, technically, to defend against
that's what
the
they're
most
saying.
current variant of the flu.
It's gonna be a
'Cause
booster shot.
Yeah, but that also means to get stronger and shit. You feel me? So it's like people who don't get the vaccine or whatever, maybe that strain of it is more deadlier than the original. You feel me? But because they're not vaccinated against it, now you're not gonna get the COVID that we're protected against. You're gonna get this other strain of COVID, which is deadly.
If there's one thing I can say to maybe, I ain't trying to change nobody's minds, honestly, but just one thing, just to make people think a little bit more. It's not always just a personal choice of what's best for me. You got to think about what is best for everybody, and how with herd immunity, we all are less, even the people who decide not to get the vaccine. If a majority of people get the vaccine, that makes the likelihood that people are in general are going to get it, and it just makes the whole, this shouldn't have been this fucking long, bruh.
It shouldn't have been this
We've
long.
been in this shit for over a year.
Man, that should be pissing
Well, that's
me
because
off. Just
motherfuckers
that
want to
alone.
go outside and shit.
Because
bro.
people don't know.
Get the vaccine, then go outside. That's what the nigga just said. So if you want to go outside so bad, non-mask.
I just have a hard time. Like, we were supposed to have this topic on this podcast before. Like, should the black community trust the government, like, with this vaccine and shit? And it was just like, there's just a lot of questions I have for motherfuckers that push it. Like, I always feel like anything that comes out somebody political's mouth has an agenda behind it.
Right.
So is the agenda to genuinely like care for the American people, or is it the message, like, does it have what is that ulterior motive?
I see what you're saying, and I for sure.
And that shit is just, it's just questions I have.
Right, I see what you're saying for sure, but like when I think about the countries that doesn't have access to the vaccine, it kind of puts it in perspective for me personally, because it just talks about it makes me understand our privilege as Americans. It's not that we don't have the vaccine and enough people can't literally get it. It's us not wanting to take it, while people in other countries aren't getting the resources. I want to say India or something. Like, we denied them to receive certain resources in order to even develop the vaccine. And so now people are dying because of that. So it's like, for me, it's just like, damn, that's a privilege, one. But two, I got Moderna, which was made by a black woman. 3, my mom's a nurse. 4, I want to travel. And 5, shit, I already had COVID. I'd rather not have it again. But it really wasn't that bad for our age group. But still, it's like, when you get it, you just think about how many people that you could have infected, if that makes sense. Like, if you're around your grandma, you feel me, your parents who have a different, a medical issue or something, history, So it's like, that all runs through your head, honestly. But at the end of the day, we just been in this shit for too long, and it's like, fuck. Like, I think Trump played a major part in the miscommunication, misinformation, everything surrounding it, because he played it off so much. People, like, you're right, some people say things just to get, politically say things just because they do have other objectives they're trying to reach, if that is getting this vaccine out before this vaccine, this distributor before this distributor. But if you look at the numbers and who's getting it the most, it's just kind of like, damn, black people aren't getting it, or other people of color aren't getting it, and it's like, That's
because motherfuckers don't trust these niggas.
No, I can understand that, but then you think about the people who are dying the most from it, is like, fuck.
That's
you
true.
feel me? It's the same group who's not getting it, doesn't have access to it. Yes, it's like layers of shit like that, history, racism, all that shit, but it's still like, god damn, like, that's crazy to me. But I agree, it's like, it's hard really to trust a country that time and time again gives you a reason not to fuck with it. So I can see why the back and forth goes on with the people of color. You feel me? But
that's why I say there's no right or wrong answer for a specific person. Everybody has to make a decision for themselves.
Right. But I see what you're saying. But I just, like my mom put it, she was like, the vaccine, no matter the effects, whatever, is better than ever having COVID. Because it's like, people who had COVID, sometimes those symptoms can go away, but then they come back later and affect people, like, horribly, like mentally and shit like that, energy wise. Everyone talks about that, being hella tired and stuff like that. But for me, I'm more concerned about the mental impact of COVID and like memory, confusion, shit like that. But with that being said, it's like, I don't know, it's an interesting topic, and it's just like, you can't really trust the government, which is pushing one thing, but then they're not addressing how we even got here in the first place. So that's just kind of where I be at, because it's like, yeah, that makes sense, but you have to look at why are these people getting it more than others. Like, why is COVID so rampant in this community? You feel me? But I don't know. Like, it's interesting. And do I for sure want to go to concerts and shit? Hell yeah. Do I want shit to open back up? Yeah. But am I low key enjoying not fucking with people? Hell yeah. Shit, it's been nice.
You gonna miss these days when motherfuckers all in your face again.
Right.
Ain't nobody finna be in my face no more.
I was just
Excuse me, sir. Back
6
up, please.
feet.
At least 3. Shit. Back it up a little
At
bit.
least 10. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I see why people are hesitant about it, but I mean, fuck it. I wanted to travel, so that's really why I got the shot.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I feel like if this was something like specific to the U.S., like we were the only country going through this right now, and like our vaccines for this happen to come out really fast, then of course I would be questioning it a lot more. But just seeing how this is on such a massive scale, it's not just us.
Right.
I feel like in order for them to like, unless our government specifically is like the only one fucking with like the vaccines for the U.S., I kind of find it a little daunting to believe that all world powers would be able to get together and be like, you know, we're about to fuck all these niggas up right now.
Man.
We're gonna get them all sick, and then we're gonna put out a vaccine that's gonna body them. Like, I can see the U.S. doing that, but I don't think I can see that being the holistic goal of COVID.
But man, yeah,
But
shit's heavy.
yeah.
But it's shit to think about.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Being black and knowing your history, it's like, yeah, I was hesitant, but that's why it took me so long to even get it. And it's
Same.
I was just like, oh, I'm gonna see, and I never fuck with the Johnson & Johnson. I don't care what anybody say. That shit never sits right with me. A corporation, a business making fucking vaccines. Get the fuck out of here.
But they hired the scientists.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay.
That to me is profit.
Mm-hmm.
Profit driven all the way. The fact that
that's
Ford
America.
was making ventilators, profit all the way. Like,
Yeah.
that shit.
But does that
seems
mean that the
fraudulent.
ventilator don't work just because Ford's making it?
Well,
I'm not saying it don't, but I'm saying why would you just not put resources to a place that's already been making medical equipment?
Because I got to make this money. Y'all.
They don't
No,
got
I'm
to.
saying I
They
understand
got
that, but
money.
it's just like, damn, it's just a lot, and that's just how I saw it. Like when it came to it, but that's why when the shit came out about Johnson & Johnson, I was like,
yeah.
it makes sense.
Josh Johnson, you feel me?
Johnson & Johnson. Okay. That's all.
All right, so did y'all see
Baby powder.
Biden is gonna have his speech or his conference towards Congress today about his infrastructure plan?
I'm gonna have to watch it. I missed it on YouTube.
Have you guys heard about the infrastructure plan a little bit?
I heard a little bit about it, like not that much because it's not really my focus right now. And with that being said, I know he's supposed to give like California some money, right? Unless I'm tripping, because I know we have a few plans in place, like to connect Northern California and Southern California, and that's all I can really think of right now. Because that's what they're building on I-5 or something. Is that I don't know if it's gonna be like a like the light rail or BART or whatever. It's supposed to just be like a high speed thing to get you to the bay and back or some shit.
That sounds lit.
Yeah.
Get on that for fun. Shoot.
For real.
Yeah, that's what they're doing on I-5.
Oh,
They always doing
I-5 over
something.
there.
They always
Yeah,
doing
they
something.
But
on
you know
I-5.
the middle, they were widening it. You feel me?
that's lit.
Yeah, but it's been taking a while because I think they fucked up the contractors, which is just blows my mind. Like when I think about shit like that, like how the fuck do you fuck up the math on this like $1 billion deal? Like that doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, but hey, it makes sense when I think about it. Just working with men, nothing. No, I'm not saying that to be like
because
sexist or anything.
there's some women motherfucking contractors out there
No,
in
yeah.
them streets.
And I'm not saying to be sexist or anything. I just know that when it comes to certain industries which are male dominated, or if you're in a group where you're the only female with men, it's kind of hard for you to get your input out there in certain situations. And so, and then plus women, I feel like take into account more like future past. I don't know. We think a little bit long terms, and then men are just like sometimes. I'm not saying this is true, but in my experience, is like right now, right here. Like they don't think like planning shit out. That's it.
Do you
like,
think planning shit out?
like this is gonna impact me this way, this way, this way if I do it. Like if I go get gas right here, and then okay, I'm gonna have gas to do all this shit. Like that's how I be thinking, but I'm not sure if that's just how I was raised or because I'm a woman. And like I think about how it impacts almost.
And that can also mess up or impact certain things in a negative way too. When you think about it, because men, like, if we don't got something, we don't got it. Move on. We try to get it. Like women go through like 30 case scenarios on how to still get it when motherfucking you can't get it. Just know that.
See,
I'm not saying
that's
all women
interesting.
too.
I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I'm not okay. I take that back. It's not all one gender and another. I'm just saying maybe how you are socially influenced based on your perceived gender. That's the more sociological term for it. You feel me? And there's different layers to it, like cultural, all that shit, because that all plays a part in it. But when you say that, it's like when I don't have something, I understand how I don't have it. Or if it's something I need, I find a way to get it. You feel me? Like, I plan ahead. But then again, that's just me.
I don't plan ahead at all. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't plan ahead.
Like,
It's not my strong suit.
damn. Like in the future, you don't be thinking like, oh, I need to save up to get this and get this house and move here, go to school. Like shit that's gonna impact your movement now. Huh? Okay, no.
I feel like I'm more. We really. Well, I feel like this is gonna sound like fucking like I do drugs, but I feel like the one thing that really kind of fucked up people, as a species, is that we gained the ability. Well, from what I know, other animals don't have it, but we gained the ability to understand that there's a future. And we can plan ahead to change the future. And I feel like if we always believe that we can plan ahead, change the future, we don't always take into account we don't know what's going to happen yet. And there's always just different situations, different things that can impact you down the line. I really just try to focus more on the presence. Maybe the first week. Like, this is what I'm trying to do this week.
No, I understand being present and
But
shit
long
like that.
term, I just like Kim was saying.
See, I can't even do that because I
I
have
just
rent
like
to pay. I can't be thinking, oh yeah, right now I'm about to go blow this money, and then
It's
Oh,
not
well,
like
I don't-
it's not like
Yeah,
that.
not like that.
It's just like 5 years from now. Like, okay, you can have a plan. This is what I want to do. This is what, like, just with this podcast and what I want to do with a production company. Like, okay, this is the top pinnacle of what I want to be. Now, how do I get to it? Okay, now I got to start doing the groundwork this week, next week. I can know the goal of what I need to do or what I want done by the end of the year. How many episodes I want, how many different channels I want, or whatever by the end of the year. But you have to take it day by day by day by day by day.
Okay.
Because then I feel
So
like
you
that
can
also
learn
sets
from each
yourself
other.
up for expectations. It's like,
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
really wanted this to get done by this day, by this year, and it hasn't happened yet. What the fuck? Am I not doing something right? Do I need to switch it up completely? Maybe this isn't what I need to be doing. I just feel like, not saying that I have like fucking commitment issues or nothing, but like setting up those type of expectations might kind of be counterproductive sometimes.
Okay, it can be. Okay, but I don't. We kind of got off topic.
Yeah, super off topic.
Hell off topic. I just
So
realized that.
From what I know from the infrastructure plan is that 1.8 trillion being taken. They're going to take that from the top 1% by really focusing on actually enforcing the 1% being taxed and increasing taxes on the 1%. From what I know, infrastructure was something that Trump personally kind of like really pushed during his run as president, but didn't actually really address. So the Republicans backed it when Trump was for it, but now that it's a Democrat in the office, they're not really backing it, but they haven't really totally dismissed it yet.
Okay.
They're still kind of debating about exactly how they want it to go, how much money, or who they're going to take it from, this and that.
Okay.
But it's still up in there as of right now. So
Interesting.
Look, this dude right here, this black guy, the only Republican in the Senate, just did a rebuttal to Biden's plan.
Got the token one.
what's his name?
Tim Scott.
I feel bad when I look at black Republicans or like black Trump
Dude,
supporters.
oof.
I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just because race is just so important to me, and like it's just weird when people go against their own.
It's how we
race,
look at
but
black
it's just,
people,
like,
and-
I don't know. It's just
Some
weird
things
to
are more
me.
important to people. Like for those type of black people like Lil Wayne, their money, their economics, their personal productivity is more important than what's happening outside of them.
Yeah, and it's like I could understand that if it's like how would you not feel some type of way if you know that your ancestors were enslaved? Like, to me, like, that's just the disconnect.
Because they don't focus
for
on
me.
that.
But that's the disconnect for me. Like, you going so hard for a country, trying to be successful in a country that
Will never accept you.
so bad. It's like, and then how far gone are you to not even make that connection to the point where you're in the Congress where black people couldn't stand, you're in a building where black people weren't allowed, you're finally voting for someone black people couldn't vote, and then you choose to use the same system that oppressed your people to continue to oppress your people for your own privilege. Like, to me, I'd be like, damn, like, mentally it'd be fucking me up. Low key, it's like, fuck, like.
Well, for the black people who actually like don't know, like, so to speak, when we have people say like, well, we had a black president, so obviously racism isn't over, or obviously racism is over, or that we're not a racist system anymore because we've had a black senator, we've had black people in these spaces now. So now they just think that is done and over with, and it's not something that's holding it back. They'd be like Candace Owens be like, everybody can make their own choices. Those black people made those choices. There's nothing stopping them from making a separate choice. It's all personal, but they don't really take into account.
See, and then when I think about black people who have that type of mindset, I also try to take in consideration how they were possibly raised, you know?
Very linear.
Very just, I don't know. And it's like, also I think about like, yeah, how they were raised and how they even got to that thought process. You feel me? But thoughts?
I don't know. I really don't. I can't do it. I have no patience for black people that don't understand. And that's on both sides. That's on motherfuckers that do too much. That's for the niggas, and that's for the black, the quote unquote black elite people that they think they so elite, but the white people will never accept them. So. And
that's the part that I don't think people get. Like, you would never be accepted.
Yeah, you're never gonna be white.
And it's like
you're never white. Your skin. Your skin dictates what they think of you. You're never going to be white.
It's just so crazy. And you could talk as proper as you want, get your hair as straight as possible. You could dress like them, do hella shit. But it's just like, as you're doing that, you're denying yourself your own identity. I don't know. I be thinking hella hard about this shit, like heavy. Because it's just, that's the fact. It's like I was talking about earlier. We change ourselves so much to fit into a white dominant or white defined.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that topic.
A white defined space. Look at me. I'm about to. That's why I wish I was in school still. Like, I've been in class. This is a white defined space, and I don't feel comfortable. We need to define it differently, because it's a lot of not written. It's a lot of unspoken shit in between the lines, rules that I think people of color and black people specifically know when walking into a space and how to operate if you're smart and you can code switch. But
some people just don't code switch.
Yeah, some people don't, which I can understand, but sometimes you'd be like, come on, bro, chill.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't want to. Sometimes they just don't know that.
Yeah.
Or they feel like it's degrading to, I mean, there's just so many different ways to kind of think about it. Like, I can understand how it would feel degrading to you personally if you feel like when you go into a room predominantly with white people, you have to completely change the way you present yourself, the way you talk, even if it's not even something negative, it's perceived negative, and that's just ridiculous.
Crazy.
All right, so did you guys watch Two Distant Strangers with Joey Badass?
Nigga, you know we watched it because we just watched it. I watched it before.
They don't know that, nigga.
They know.
We were trying to give you were you prepared
look,
for class?
Y'all came to my house and y'all said, "Did you watch the movie?" And I said, "No, I didn't watch the movie. I forgot we were supposed to talk about the movie." Even though Xavier texted me earlier about it and I fell asleep. So then I just turned it on right then and there.
Yeah.
And we rewatched it together as a family.
Yeah, black family.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the movie?
Damn.
He got an Oscar yesterday.
Hey.
Or for those that don't. On April 27th.
Yeah.
It got an Oscar.
Hey, that's when I watched it. And when I exited, I said, oh, 2021 Oscars. First of all, black people representing in a... First of all, let me not even speak on that.
On a white space.
I was like, not even white space. I'm like, awards and shit that we're trying to get when we already know our shit is good. Like, you feel me? Like, that to me is kind of crazy that we have to wait for white recognition to even recognize that black shit's good. But with that being said, as I mentioned, like the few times that we have been speaking on the podcast, just about police brutality, just black murder, despair, all that shit. It was just kind of heavy for me to watch a little bit, to be honest, just because he did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked the message. There was a lot of symbolism, a lot of food for thought throughout the entire film. But it's just like, for me, just thinking how many black people were just killed senselessly, or just because they were just black. How many kids, how many people our age, you feel me, how old they could have been. Like, that shit was heavy. Yeah. It was really heavy for me.
Yeah, I understand the message that he was trying to convey, but my thing is, I don't like watching, like, fake black people dying by police brutality. Like, I hate seeing the acting. Like, I know what's going on and we need to talk about it, but why? I don't like seeing that. Like, we already see that in real life. So, what do I need to watch a fucking movie for you to do it? Like, I get his message, and it was very powerful, but I'm just off that, like, we need to make movies and stuff about the stuff we already know. Like, even...
But that's the thing.
Even the... I don't know if y'all saw Slim and Queen. Is that the
Queen
name?
and Slim.
Queen and Slim. Slim and Queen.
I actually really liked that movie.
I liked it, but at the end of the day, like, you already knew it was gonna happen. Like,
yeah,
y'all should have cop, nigga. You gonna die. No.
Yeah,
let's be
for real. But it's just, I'm laughing because he was laughing. I'm a social laugh.
Well, I didn't see the movie. All I know is they shot the cop. I didn't know the niggas died at the end.
Yeah, and by a black person.
By a black dude that sold them out.
Yeah, for money. And they say money is the root of all evil, and money
that
really isn't. But anyway.
Yeah, but back to
movies back to back where he got sold out by a brother. Damn.
Sheesh. Making that parallel like that, I like that.
Sheesh. But
yeah, back to two distant strangers. Like, I like the message.
Yeah.
Good job, Joey Badass.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Cayman. It's not something I really like to see. I don't even like to see it. Well, of course, I don't like to see it when it really happens, but I didn't even finish the movie. It's only 32 minutes, and I didn't finish it the first time I watched it. I made it to the first time he got killed, and I was like, I can't watch this shit right now.
Right.
And I turned it off, and then when we talked about it in our last podcast, I went back, and I finally finished it today. I don't want to say it gave me a completely different perspective, but it did. The ending of the movie, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but yeah, it did give me a little bit different perspective of police.
Right.
What do you mean?
Not in a positive way.
What do you mean we'll talk about it later?
Well, nigga, we're not gonna talk about the movie. We're gonna start at the end.
That was you want to go through the? That was my view.
That was it.
That was it. I really don't have anything else on the movie. Like, it was like a quick 30-minute thing. I don't think I have anything else. Y'all just go watch it, and
there's nice little gems in there.
There was
little gems.
Yeah.
Like, what gem did you see?
Yeah,
Okay.
when he got shot and they realized that the cop was. Spoiler alert, but the cop was actually involved and knew that he was in the loop. But when they shot him, and then that's when he realized that the cop knew, it was like showing Africa and his blood. And I don't know, saying that alone just kind of shows you black people being in Africa, blood, it's in us. But literally, just like if you think about what happened to Africa, the people, the resources, and then what continues to happen to Africa, and like the exploitation of not only the people, like I said, resources, and not respecting black life, I guess you could say. I thought that was pretty heavy, but and creative, but it was just like, I mean, I agree, like, honestly, it's like seeing that, and like especially nowadays where you can go on the internet and you can literally see a real footage of a black man getting killed, or black, I don't think they have. Do they have black women being killed on video?
Ma'Khia Bryant video.
Oh, the one that
16-year-old.
Yeah, it just came. Okay, I still haven't watched it, but it's just like so many videos that you can actually see, and it's just like, fuck. It's like, But I think the fact that it was Joey Badass, you feel me? Okay, I really didn't know what he looked like, in my defense. Like, I don't watch music videos, and I don't really listen to him like that. Like,
but you gotta think, you gotta realize, like, he's a lyricist, so he really doesn't have like a lot of stuff where he's showing his face, because he just cares about rapping. So I can get why you didn't see who Joey, because he's not the nigga that just has like hella bitches in the videos and has like popular videos. He's a lyricist. Don't watch music raps videos. His ass off.
Okay, yeah. I just literally don't watch music videos. But like, with that being said, it's just like, I feel like him being the main character probably like spoke to his audience more, I guess you could say, and people to really understand it, because it's like these people that we know, black people who were killed by the police, that's sometimes, I guess, we understand and we connect, but it's not like we have a connection to like someone who's our favorite rapper. So seeing him dying that many times, for people who are fans, it probably clicked a little bit more, if that makes sense. But still, nonetheless, it's like, at the end of the day, talk about Black life and the loss of Black life. And I agree, like,
Yeah.
that Black pain is just overly played over and over again to the point where it's like we have to do something different. Like, we keep showing it in different ways through our music, through our movies, through how we talk, I guess, our dress. We show it so many times, but it's like nothing's really changing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're in that cycle. Not really, well, kind of what he's in, but in the movie it's portrayed, but it's like we're in that cycle where it's like we know this shit's wrong, we see it, but then we just keep letting it happen over and over.
And every day another Black person.
Yeah, and that shit's
killed.
hella sad. And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and just like the various ways he went around trying to present himself. Like when he took off his hoodie, he hid his backpack before he left the girl's house. He took off his clothes, put on just a white tee, hid all of his stuff, and just went out there plain clothes. So there's nothing to really judge him on. And still, that wasn't enough. And just the part where she suggested that you just talk to him. And I've always said, like, if we can have a conversation, a genuine conversation with a police officer, maybe that can spark the necessary change.
Right.
Because even the cop in the movie said, like, I don't even know if that was genuine or not, but he said that I've never really talked to one of you for that long, and it was kind of interesting to kind of hear your perspective. Not even maybe.
Go ahead.
Oh, a lot of white people just personally don't know how Black people really feel and the experiences that we go through. And if we were able to bridge the gap between that and have a conversation with each other, that might bring a lot of necessary change. But just the end of the movie, where finding out where that still isn't enough,
Man,
that kind of made me feel like, what is the point of even trying? But there's another part of the movie where he brings it all together, and he kind of just says, like, no matter what, you just keep pushing, basically, and you can't let the outside affect what you're gonna do and what you know needs to happen. Just because we understand that the police is a racist institution that is out to get us, that doesn't mean we hide. We still have to be out there in the front trying to change the system, because we know it's bad, we know it's broken. We can't just sit by and let it keep doing what it's doing.
So do you think a conversation, like, say if we did a event or something, you think a conversation with the police, you think that would be productive, or you think that would be something
No,
that
probably
Black people,
counterproductive.
do you think that's something that Black people would be interested in? Because I think both sides, this is the problem with both sides. Like, we can't sit down and have a conversation. If we can get 4 cops off duty, don't come in your uniform or something.
yeah,
Let's
it's
just have a
safety thing
forum.
for sure.
Yeah, let's just have a forum,
Psychological.
and we have a conversation. We just sit down and have a conversation.
Well, I feel like with that, it always comes down to the timing, because we have to understand that there really isn't a relationship, or at least a positive relationship, between the community and police officers. So, and if we're always in a heated exchange, or we're always going through the trauma of watching another Black person being killed on camera, when is going to be the right time for Black people to really have a clear mind to go in it with wanting to build a relationship and not trying to understand ways to tear down the institution?
See, and that's interesting that you said that, because as I was thinking about it and the different ways he went about how he was trying to basically survive in the movie, it also speaks to preconceived ideas and beliefs that people have about Black people, period. And so with that being said, and like looking at the system, is like a conversation can only go so far, as the movie showed. Like, you really have to get to the root of where these racist ideas and beliefs come from. And that's where you have to sit back and really look at the magnitude of the situation and the issue that we have in America, because it's found on so many levels, so many subliminals, so many things that people don't even question it until you take someone and put them in a white dominant position or role, and then people question it. But instead of saying, oh, this isn't normal, they think it's what is that called? They think it's political, if that makes sense. Well, fuck it, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. To the point where white ideas, white white definitions of normalcy is just so common that we have to step back within ourselves first and realize what kind of preconceived beliefs we have that we get from our society, but also how can we reach people who just aren't as aware, you know? So I just think like, but I thought in the movie it was pretty funny when he talked about how the cop was beat up and bullied a lot, because I don't give a fuck. I hear that a lot. I think people who go into the forest, some of them, the ones who do 20 much, have some type of power issue. I don't care. Like, something happened where they feel more powerful with